And then we woke somebody up by, the guy didn't sleep till, because we are 5 hours ahead of Bahamas. So right now it is past 12. It should be about past 7 right there, right? So, it should be to 8. And then we woke him up. He was awake all night and didn't sleep. And then here he is, the perfect gentleman that he is. But I'm envying you because I've always wanted to go to the Caribbean. You went to Jamaica. You are now in Bahamas. The other time you were in Calabar. You were just enjoying yourselves. Babu Akoni, CEO, making of champions, the man that is making it happen in athletics in Nigeria. Hello, Bambo, how are you?
I'm very good, Ken. Thank you for having me as always. And as you rightfully said, I've not really slept for about 2 days. I was in Calabar 2 days ago, and I arrived in Bahamas yesterday. So very excited to be here to witness Team Nigeria qualifying for the Olympics. Hopefully in more of the relays, 2 yesterday. We're still hoping for at least 2 more today. So let's see how that goes.
Yes, Bambo, because even myself, I even tweeted that, we're already out. But I now say, the thing is, of course, you are always educating us on this, that, it's 16 teams that will be going. So we still have opportunity, apart from the first 8 that have just qualified. You understand? That week, the other teams will have opportunity. What are the chances? But before you talk about that, what happened to our female relay team? They were supposed to compete, and I didn't see them. The 4x4, I think that's the 4x4.
Let me talk about the format first. And
okay. Give us the format. All right.
4x4. So the format is a new format. They're debuting at the World Relay Championships for the first time this year. I think it's to increase the importance of the World Relays, because there's been a question till now as to how important is it? How will we get the athletes to come and compete? And now what they're doing is that for each of the 5 Olympic relays, you have 14 of the 16 slots will be decided here at the World Relays in the Bahamas this weekend. So in the first Olympic qualifying round yesterday, 8 of the slots were decided. The first 2 in each race went through to the final for today, and they've already qualified for the Olympics automatically. Now today, there's going to be a second Olympic qualifying round where all the other teams can try again. And then from that second Olympic qualifying round, 6 more teams will qualify for the Olympics today in each of the 5 relays.
Okay.
So that's 14 teams out of 16 in each of the relays. The remaining 2 slots will go to the 2 fastest other teams on the top list at the end of the season. In short, if you want to be at the Olympics in the relays, you have to be here in the Bahamas. Nigeria sent 5 teams to qualify, all 5 of them for the Olympics, the men and women's 4x1 and 4x4, and the mixed 4x4.
Yeah.
As you rightly said, unfortunately, the women's 4x4, which I think most of us see as the strongest team, did not start yesterday. A combination of visa issues and last-minute injury of one of the athletes meant that they couldn't present the team yesterday. Unfortunately, that also means that they can't compete today. The only teams that can't compete today are those that did not start yesterday. But the women's 4x4 will still have many, I think they will still grab one of those 2 slots. Their fastest time, 3 minutes, 27 seconds, is already in the top 15 in the world this year. So I still expect them to qualify despite this disappointment. What we can look forward to today is, after the men's 4x4 and the mixed 4x4 qualified yesterday, we can now look forward to the men's 4x1 and the women's 4x1. Both ran very valiantly yesterday. The men's 4x1, I think, were 4th in their heat. The women's 4x1 were 3rd. If they can repeat those performances, they should finish in the first 2 in their heats today to qualify for the Olympics. And how exciting is it going to be that Nigeria once again faces off against Ghana in the men's 4x1 today for a ticket to the Olympics? So it's going to be, the Jollof Wars continuing.
Bambo, I think I know the Ghanaian, was it a 4x1 or 4x4 that they dropped their button in yesterday's race? Which
That's correct. That's correct. The Ghanaians had just one team here, the men's 4x1 won. We've been teasing our Ghanaian colleagues that they sent just one team and they dropped the baton yesterday. But in all seriousness, they have another chance to qualify today. And as fate would have it, they've been drawn in the same heat as Nigeria. So if both teams are going to be at the Olympics, at least if both teams are going to qualify today, then they have to take the first and second spots. Of course, Nigeria beat Ghana in their own backyard at African Games in March, whereas Ghana beats Nigeria at the previous African Games. So it's going to be quite a rivalry rekindled today in the men's 4x1.
But if I can recollect, I think it was like a photo finish in that Accra that we did beat them. It was a photo finish. So if they don't drop that button this time around, well, in Ghana no concern also. Our jollof rice is what it has to be cooked and served in Paris. So okay, just briefly before we let you go, I know you have not rested. A lot of things have been happening there. You were in Calabar. I will see the future. What future did you see? I didn't even know that you see. I go find you. You were in Nigeria. You didn't let. Well, I brought you down to the studio. You just did that and then you disappeared. But then let's Sisi is here. Sisi is not happy with you, definitely. So I will let you know that one. You apologize to her later. But then what future did you see? What future did you see right there in Calabar? You guys are doing marvelously well, and I know we'll still come together as a team. It is written in the stars.
Yeah, thank you. Over the last 3 months, we've been doing these MTN Athletics Championships. We had 4 all over the country, starting in Asaba, which was actually also the AFN National Trials for the African Games. Moving on to Ibadan, then Jos, and then Calabar, which wrapped up on Friday. We are really witnessing the future of Nigerian athletics. We're very excited because it's a format that we saw in Jamaica 10, 11 years ago when we were starting Making of Champion. We came and saw the CHAMPS in Jamaica. They have 4 age groups from under 20 down to under 13. They call them class 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I knew since then that this is something that had to happen in Nigeria. Right. So what the MTN CHAMPS is doing is transforming Nigerian youth competition from one age group that everyone has tried to fit into to 3 different age groups. We have the cadet under 14 and the youth under 17, which is strictly for secondary schools only. That just makes sure that, we get kids of the right age and we make sure that they stay in school so they can compete. Then we have the juniors under 20, which is for all other teenagers. And for this second season, we added the seniors, so which literally means that there is something for everybody, about 90 track and field events across 4 age groups. If you're 11 years old or if you are 25 years old, there is something for you at the MTN Athletics Championships. So we're seeing the future. We are recruiting. I think we selected 10 or 12 athletes from the season 1. We're about to select another 10, the top 10 from season 2. And we expect to see these athletes, I think, at the Olympics in 2028, at the World Juniors in 2026. A lot of them will win scholarships to the US in the next year or 2. It's really a culmination of what we've done over the last decade. But with the title sponsor involved, we now have a bit more muscle to scale what we're doing. Over the last 7 years, MoC athletes have won over 70 national and international medals. 12 of them are in the US collegiate system. And now with this program, scaling it, all bets are off, in terms of how far Nigeria can go in athletics. And we're still at ground zero right now.
It's always refreshing speaking with you. You are looking fresh for somebody who didn't. I didn't also sleep. I told you we're all there trying to be there, but then with all the waka and flying up and down. Since I think we should ask him to go and let him go and sleep a bit.
Yeah, of course. He needs it.
Go on. The thing is that you are looking fresher than me. That's just my problem. I don't understand this. Bambo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll call on you, and then so that we'll keep on saying the road to Paris. You take so that you take us along. Thank you, Bambo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the best.
Yeah.